Well, hello there everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Jen here. So in this video I'm gonna be showing you how I organize my wardrobe. Now I've been putting this off for some time now. It's just such a tedious task that I know that once I start I can't stop because my bed will be full of clothes, so I just need to kind of separate some time to just start and finish it and just feel good about it, because I'm just so tired of opening my wardrobe. Clothes are falling out, there's just mess everywhere and I can never find anything. I actually managed to put more effort in today because I just kind of pulled something out of my wardrobe because I knew that I was going to tidy it today. But normally I've just been wearing joggers and leggings every day because I can't really find anything else because everything is just a mess. So I just need to sort that out. Now, about a month ago, I actually attempted to do this. So I started small. I started with my cosmetics drawer. So I'm gonna insert a clip now of me doing this. So first of all, what I like to do is take everything out of the drawer. I'd like to do this with all the areas in my house. I take everything out, I wipe it, and then I sort everything out and put it back in and organize it that way. So this is where I keep all my makeup, my skincare, my hair care, and all the other cosmetics. Here I'm using the Desert antibacterial wipes. I prefer to clean surfaces like these with a wipe because I feel like it just picks up all the dust very nicely.
Swear we never say goodbye. Fall asleep to lullabies with something that I thought I'd never find. And what is right and what is wrong, and all I ever saw was love. But let's get lost in love tonight. Hear a second voice inside my head, it's telling me to stay the night again and hold on to the words we always say would be forever, forever. Wait another day to clear my thoughts, so jump into a love that won't be forgotten. Forever, forever, let's run away together. Let's run away together.
It may still look a little cluttered, but at least I know where everything is now. It's sort of an organized mess. I even managed to wash my makeup brushes. And I actually managed to do a pretty okay job maintaining it. So this is what it looks like now. Now moving on to my wardrobe, I'm going to be showing you the before of my wardrobe. And don't judge this disaster, it's just a complete mess. And this is what it looks like. And I also have some things on the bed that I need to tidy, like laundry and some bag of clothes. My friend recently kindly gave me a few clothes, so I'm going to be tidying that in my wardrobe. Hopefully being able to do a little bit of decluttering as well, but who knows, we'll see. But before we jump into the video, make sure you grab yourself a hot drink and get yourself comfortable, and let's jump right into it. For the wardrobe, it's the same sort of process as all the areas in my house when I deep clean. You take everything out, clean it, then put it all back in an organized manner. It also makes it easier for you to see everything and analyze if it's worth keeping the items or not. Sort of like the Marie Kondo method, if you're familiar with it. I'm constantly decluttering throughout my life. If something doesn't spark joy, as Marie Kondo would say, then there's no point keeping it in your wardrobe. And for that reason, it's unlikely that I'll be getting rid of anything today, as I pretty much feel like everything I own at the moment sparks joy in one way or another.
I let you deeper than I let anyone else before. Filling up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know my heartbeat.
So now it's time to clean and disinfect everything, so I wipe the entire wardrobe with these W5 antibacterial surface wipe. You can see the wardrobe is really dusty on the inside, so these wipes really help cleaning all that.
Higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher. Higher. Oh. Magic. No, I'm never letting go. Now that I have it.
I would say take your time with this process. It gets a little tiring, but in the end it's so worth it. Do make sure to separate some hours or even a day if you decide to do this. It's definitely time consuming and you don't want to start the process too late, otherwise you won't have anywhere to sleep, which was the case for me. That's why I had to rush a little bit because it was already dark outside. So here I'm folding my trousers. I have two piles, one for jeans and the other one for joggers and leggings. When it comes to smarter looking pants, I tend to hang those in the wardrobe instead of folding them, because if I fold them they tend to get wrinkly. So now it's time to hang everything in the wardrobe. I tend to keep coats, cardigans, long dresses and pants on the left and skirts, blouses, jumpers on the right. It is a small space, so I have to sometimes put two things on a coat hanger for it to fit nicely.
Ooh, you take me higher. You take me higher, baby. You take me higher. You take me higher, baby.
And with the year that we all had, we didn't really get to use the method of when have I last worn this? Do I ever reach for this item? But to be frank, most of us probably reach for comfy loungewear and pyjama clothing, majority of the time. I know I have. So there's no point getting rid of clothing just because you haven't worn it in a long time. However, you can always imagine yourself wearing something you own, or even try it on to see if you can see yourself wearing that in the future. If you can't, or it doesn't fit you properly, why keep it? I understand that sometimes in terms of fit, there might be something you really love and are waiting to lose a few pounds to be able to fit in it again. I know I own a few pairs of jeans that used to fit, but a few lockdowns later, it doesn't quite fit right. So it's totally understandable if you feel like you wanna keep something for motivation. But at the same time, if losing weight isn't on your priority list, don't feel the need to keep items that no longer fit and are just taking up space in your wardrobe. I would love to be a minimalist, and I do try in certain aspects of my life, but it's definitely a very difficult lifestyle to maintain, especially to someone as obsessed with jumpers as I am. But hey, maybe one day I'll get there.
I wanna stay, baby. Push me away, yeah.
So it might not look very aesthetically pleasing to look at, but now I know where everything is. So for example, on my right side here, I've got all my coats, jackets and dresses, so I know that they're here. I sort of do it by length, but not really, because you see that over there I've got a gap, so I try to keep the really long stuff there so I don't have too much going on here. So here I've got some jumpsuits as well and trousers because they're really long, like dressier trousers. And here I've got my skirts and some jumpers. I kept mostly thin jumpers as we transition into spring and summer, so I'll be packing my chunky jumpers away. And then we move on to like the thin jumpers, like more like long sleeve shirts. And then I've got a few t-shirts here. And then I move on to bodysuit and some nice blouses as well. And then here is where I have like this partition here, which is the long, awkward looking thing. But I kind of like the separation here because this is my work uniform. So I keep all the work stuff separate. And this is it. It doesn't look very nice to look at, but at least it's not a complete mess or mixed that I won't find anything. So I like it this way. Just as a recap, I'll put a little image showing just the sections that I've just mentioned. Also guys, I would like to organize this in a sort of nicer way to look at, color coordinating it, but I have limited space, so I just kind of work with the space that I've got. So hopefully soon, when I have a big wardrobe, I will separate it into all different categories and colors and all that sort of thing. I'd prefer the look of that. Here's a quick before and after before I put all the other items in. As for the non-clothing items in my wardrobe, I know a lot of it is a bit random, like a basket with glasses in it, some notebooks and other bits. Like I've mentioned, there isn't enough space in the house for all of this stuff. Or maybe I have too much stuff, who knows. So as you can see, I end up putting the white basket on top. These baskets are really good for storage, by the way. This one is from Poundland. I then keep my notebooks, jewelry box and some snacks in the middle section. Can't forget the snacks, of course. I then keep shoes at the bottom as well as my microphone because it just fit there nicely. Now moving on to my workout drawer, I again take everything out, clean the drawer, then put everything back in all tidy. Don't ask me why I've got chocolate in my workout drawer. Nobody's perfect, okay?
I think I'm
I then do the same to my pajama drawer, folding them sort of like the Marie Kondo method.
I can't stop you like heroin. My love you got, there's no settlement. I can't pretend that we're not meant. Oh, I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing. I think I'm overdosing.
Now that's much better. So this is it for my closet organization. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you don't miss my next videos. Bye bye!